Shabbat Shalom, Israel, giving our praise to the Most High God and the Son Yahweh Shah. We're the Battle Axes of the Most High coming back to you on the first Works Friday. I'm obviously Raza Talk, man. You know, a little under the weather, I believe. I mean, it was allergies, but now I guess it's trying to turn into a cold. So I got a little hot toddy over here, minus the whiskey. But nevertheless, man, y'all keep y'all brother in prayers, man. You know, I very much appreciate it, man. But hope all is well. Hope y'all had a good, productive week. Hope y'all wasn't shooting no damn guns or lighting up fireworks, you know, for this wicked so-called New Year's and all that, man, because we all know what the scriptures say on that. And we can touch on it in a little bit, you know, before we get into the class, you know, to show that how's New Year's in the middle of winter, man. Like, it don't make no sense. Everything is dead. The trees is you know, dead. They got the leaves falling off. Then what the animals, majority of the animals in hibernation. I mean, you got some animals that's like in this, if that's their climate or they habitat per se. Whereas a majority, we know birds is hibernating. We know the birds that be in the springtime is not here. They don't, you know, flew off somewhere and they'll be back once that time changed. But we know like the grass ain't really growing like that. Like we said, the trees dying. Yeah, people just dying. You know, this is like a mellow and mean season, for lack of better words, man. And I'm like, it just makes no sense, you know, for our people to even, you know, feel otherwise. It says we ride, what does ride together, we die together mean? Did I spell it wrong? Shabbat Shalom, Brother Lamar. Let me see. But let me see real quick. I spelled it right. But no, we ride together, we die together. I mean, it's self-explanatory. We gonna ride for this truth, and we may very well die in this truth, man. That's what it means. It's not like no gang-affiliated situation, you know, concerning that matter. It's just more so, you know, wanted to like, I'd rather be going to war with these brothers and these sisters than anybody else in the world, man. Because the world, like we said, ain't got nothing to offer us, man. They gonna continue to dumb down things. They gonna continue to tell us it's this, that, and the third when it's actually this, that, and the third, and so on and so forth. So when I say we ride together, we gonna ride for these laws, statutes, and commandments, and we gonna die keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. We gonna keep on pushing the work and so on and so forth, man. But like I said, the first precept we can go ahead and get, because that is the title anyways, the brother saying it, we ride together, we die together. Because I mean, that even with that, it goes into a lot of things. Like if a brother falls on hard times, then the next brother or sister may, you know, try to look out for him. You know, it just covers a whole basis of things, like going into arms, going into fasting for one another, praying for one another, like even praying for, you know, over your own selves or whatever the case may be. Because we understand that we all in the same captivity, because that's what I was going to name it. We're all in the same captivity, but I went ahead and, you know, put that because I'm like, hey, captivity whooping all our ass, man. But one thing about it is we shouldn't be ashamed to ask for help whenever we need help, whether it's financially, whether it's physical, because your physical health ain't you know, acting right. If you smitten in the knees or smitten in the elbows or whatever the case may be, you know, we have sisters and brothers that may be in the medical field that can help you out on that, or how to help you eat better, you know, be able to take this herb or that herb. And then, like you said, most importantly, spiritual, because we always got to work on our spirit. This is a constant battle. Every day that we wake up, the Lord, he give us, you know, the health and strength to fight this battle, because we understand this is the condition of the battle. That man upon earth shall fight. So we're going to keep on fighting, man. Thus said the Most High God. But first precept I was going to get is that Leviticus chapter, was that Leviticus? No, Exodus chapter 2. or 12. Exodus chapter 12 and verse 2. It says, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you." So even when you jumping down to verse 5, it says, "Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep, or from the goats." Jumping down to verse 14. "And this day shall be unto you for a memorial." Well, I'm going to jump up to verse 13. "And the blood shall be to you for a token." Because we know another word for token is, a sign. It says, "Upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt." 1 second, Israel. Damn nose, when I get them ready. 1 second. Shalaki, yeah. But Shabbat Shalom to all y'all that's coming in the chat. Shalom, Sister Mary Houston. I heard you and the family doing. Shalom, Sister Genesis. What's going on, y'all? But back to what I was reading. The book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 13. "And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever." So if you don't know by now, this is talking about the Passover. But even when you jump back up, verse 2, "This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year." Jumping back down, it says, "And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel." God, all praises, sis. All praise, man. That's all we can do. Just continue to endure and keep on fighting and pushing. But like I said, this is going into Passover, or the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So going to Deuteronomy chapter 16. So this even tells you the name of the first month. So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 16 and verse 1. "Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt by night." So letting you know that the first month is named Abib. And he said that should be the first month unto you. And then what high holy day do we keep during that time period? Keep the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, showing you that in the springtime, or between March and April, that's the beginning of a new year, because 2 weeks after that new year, then we have our Passover. So, I mean, that's the simplest way you can break that thing down. If anybody asks you or talking about, well, why you always celebrate New Year's, or why wasn't you, cooking chitlins and all that? We know all that, just follow, man. But the first precept we're going to get into the class is, hold on, Shalaki, we're going to get Galatians chapter 6 and verse 1. Yeah, man, I was trying my best not to, get sick. But I mean, if it's in the Lord's will, then, sticking with this marathon, I can't. Yeah, got to, man. Got to. But yeah, that's why I said I was trying my best not to get sick. But hey, if that was Lord's will, hey, whoop-de-doo. All praise to the Most High God. I know the whole household was sick, but for 2 weeks straight, I was all right. But I mean, my allergies started messing with me last night, and then all of a sudden, hey, boom. Now my throat, he's trying to mess with me, but we're gonna fight back. We're gonna shake back. But the book of Galatians, chapter 6, and verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such in one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. So we know this goes into a double fold. So like even if it's if a man offended or whatever the case may be, you know, it said ye that are spiritual, restore him back in a rightful mind state. Because we understand in this captivity, it'd be like, damn, I messed up. Damn, the Lord gonna be mad at me or whatever the case may be. But you always uplift that brother and be like, it's all right. Proverbs 24:16, keep on pushing, keep on fighting. Because we already understand that the world's definition of perfect is totally different what the Lord calls perfect. World's definition of perfect is not making any mistakes. But if you walk in this walk, and the Lord said this is going to be a fight, and this is the condition of the battle, it means it's going to be times where you're going to win some, you're going to lose some, but you're going to live to fight another day. You know, how Pop said in No Friday, or whatever the case may be, man. But we just got to keep on, you know, sticking on with it, man. Every time we fall, just get up, keep fighting, man. Because just imagine if the Lord was feeling the same way you was feeling and just wanted to throw in the towel and decided not to wake you up that morning or whatever the case may be. Man, we'll be in trouble, man. Shalom, Soldier Nav, man. How you doing, Nat? Yeah, all right? But reading on, it says, bear ye one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Because even jumping back up, that goes into that, but then it can also go into like I was telling in the beginning of class, you know, whether it's like a financial aspect, whether it's like a physical aspect or a spiritual aspect, we always gotta, you know, I already just covered the spiritual aspect, but we always gotta make sure that we looking out for each other, man. Because when Christ was here, he was looking out for the 12 disciples. He was looking out for the 5,000 that, you know, he broke bread with. Because he said, for if a man, Shalaki, bear ye one another's burden and so fulfill the law of Christ. Because once you start doing, you know, exactly what Christ was doing to the best of your ability, then hey, you are fulfilling the law. That's not to say that you ain't got to keep the law, because we already know that the law wasn't made for a righteous man. Because if you're righteous, then by default, you already keeping the law, for lack of better words. So we know that the law is made for brothers and sisters that may be, you know, committing sin, shalaki, or committing iniquity. You know, it's for them. You know, because we understand the law makes a man or a woman perfect. So to such, it's not talking to y'all. But, you know, for them, that, again, is sinning or committing iniquity. But going on to the next precept. Sirach chapter 12 and verse 1. Yeah. And this probably won't be a long class. I know it was on a short notice. Cough, cough. Damn Officer Donovan, man. But it's all right, man. It's always good to get a double dosage of, you know, doing classes back to back, man. It helps you out. And I know it helped me out. But, you know, I know some people, they'll probably trip about who the messenger is and all that, but did you get the message? You know, not saying any of you brothers and sisters, but y'all know how they go. But what's it, Ecclesiastes or Sirach, Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12, verse 1. He that feareth the Lord would do good, and he that hath the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. Read that again. He that feareth the Lord will do good, and he that had the knowledge of the law shall obtain her. Because that her that it goes into, it can go into the law, when ultimately it's going into wisdom. So, hey, if you fear the Most High God, you're gonna do that which is good, which is keep the law. And it says, and as a mother shall she meet him. Wait, am I reading right? Should I get? Oh, Shalak, I'm reading verse chapter 15, Shalak. This is what I'm supposed to be reading. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, when thou would do good, I got my fives and my twos mixed up. Sorry, y'all. But it says, when thou would do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. So whenever you're doing good, know who you're doing good to, because we understand that a lot of our people that's in the truth, some people that's, that's not in the truth. I mean, know who you're doing good to. Know what their intentions is. Because some people, they'll just keep on, asking you for things and, taking that, what's the word I'm looking for? My head all over the place right now. It kind of hurt. But taking advantage of, Shalaki, yeah. But whenever you have a person like that, be aware of them. Because, yeah, you got to learn them and make sure that you doing good to that right person. But like brothers and sisters that may fall on hard times that's in the congregation, I always try to look out for them. Because we understand proving a friend comes, with it. Because some brothers and sisters you may be closer with versus other brothers and sisters. But nevertheless, they still family. They still, friends with where you need to be, mothers, fathers, uncles, aunties, grandma, papa, so on and so forth. But it says, do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High. So when you doing good to that man or to that woman, hey, the Most High God, he's always gonna look out for you. Because if they can't pay back, then best believe the Lord gonna look out for you. Because he may not very well just give you money. He may increase your understanding on something or unlock something that you didn't see before. And then you can bring it to the next brother or sister, man. Iron sharpening iron and plenty of other things. But there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. So if you're always occupied in evil or have like an evil suspicion or what I say, like just being like not having a joyous or joyful and gladness of heart when you do that thing, it'd be best for you not to even do it, man. Because the Lord said, if you occupied in evil, you occupied about if this brother or sister's gonna pay you back, when I'm the one who give it and take it away, I'm not finna use you no more, man. I'm not finna play the games with you. If you ain't gonna do it, you just don't do it. Or wanted to do it, or had a joyful and gladness of heart. It says, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Because that's also the other side of it. If you're a brother or sister that don't want to give alms and all that, because we understand that alms those are where my tissue go? Like, yeah. Man, I just used this. Damn. But if you're a brother or sister that's not giving alms, because we understand that alms is not always financially. You can go into like helping a brother if his car may be running hot, or if your brother or sister got a flat tire, or they need an oil change, or whatever the case may be. If a brother just trying to get something to eat or need some gas money or anything, man. Like it's so many ways you can look at it. But reading on, give to the godly man and help not a sinner. Read that again. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. So ultimately, you have to make that decision on, even when it comes down to our brothers and sisters that's not in the truth, because we got family members that's not in the truth, and we tend to help them. But we understand that the Lord says, give to the godly and help not a sinner. So even when it comes down to it, I mean, it's not saying that you'll be in sin for, helping your family member, because, I mean, hey, but if it don't bear witness with your spirit, don't do that thing, man. Just like if it's a homeless man or, somebody that for sure that's on drugs, just buy him a beef piece or what's a hamburger piece or or buy him something like that out the store versus just giving him the money because you already know what he finna do with it 9 times out of 10. But reading on, do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. So somebody that's lowly, another word for lowly is being humble. You know, just not, ain't got no inch of pride or arrogancy on them. It says, but give not to the ungodly. So it's reiterating itself. It says, hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. So even when it come down to it, hey, Lord, he is wanting you on that because you may be doing all the good that you could possibly do for a brother or a sister. But then when it come down to the for them to pay it back or to help you out, they gonna roll right past you. Yeah, you may get caught up in the rain one day, and they may be the one that splash you, man. So that's why the Lord say, hey, when you do is good, know who you doing it too. So it says, for the Most High hated sinners and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment. So hey, and that's self-explanatory on that. Lord say, hey, I hate sinners, and that's all it is. And I'm gonna make sure that I get that vengeance in the day of judgment. But going on, well, verse 7, give unto the good and help not a sinner. Reiterating itself again. So you like just have spiritual discernment and judge the matter righteously, of course. When you're doing that. But this is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12 that we finna bring out now. This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 12. This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. So this is coming out of Christ's mouth himself. Say, hey, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Because, hey, we know Christ, he had to love us, man. When it come down to getting spat on, getting beat with a bullwhip or with a scourge, getting talking about terrorized by these people, man. He wasn't doing no sin at all. So Christ had to have some type of love for his people, man. He said, just like how I love y'all, make sure y'all love each other when I'm gone. And I mean, for the most part, brothers and sisters that's in the truth, we've been doing a good job with that. But let's keep on. Let's try to do even better. Now, as a whole nation-wise, I mean, hey, we already see the atrocities and stuff that be going on with our people. Look at what's wrong. What you looking at, dude? Or woman. What you looking at, B? What you looking up, H? I'm like, damn. Okay, so brothers and sisters can't even look at each other no more without somebody getting offended. That's how far we fell from, our first estate. We used to greet brothers, because even like in like the 1960s, 1950s, brothers and sisters used to greet each other. We treated each other, better than what we're treating each other now. But yeah, as time progressed, it just got worse, man. And the Lord said that this world is just gonna wax worse and worse. That's why when I say we ride together, we die together, us in this truth, and we gotta keep rocking with each other, man, because we all we got. I mean, of course, the Most High God is gonna add more into the the 1/3 and 144,000, because I know we ain't got that yet. I mean, if we did, we already be up out of here or on our way out of here. But nevertheless, we gotta keep on, spreading this word of truth, and just keep on, just striving for the truth, man. But next precept we're gonna get is Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 17. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 17. It said, he that had pity upon the poor led it unto the Lord, And that which he had given, will he repay him again. So I'm gonna read that again. He that had pity upon the poor, led it unto the Lord. So we understand that we are. It says that's right. I'm riding until the wheels fall out. We got to, sis. We got to. But he said, he that had pity upon the poor, lend it unto the Lord. Because but that's why, yeah, that's another thing. When you go back to that Sirach chapter 12, say, when thou doest good, know who you doing good to, man. Because we understand that we are that poor and needy when you read Isaiah chapter 61 and verse 1 on down. But it's letting you know you're doing that unto the Lord. So if you having an evil eye or not doing it in a joyful or gladness type of spirit, then hey, Most High God, you doing that to the Most High God, you being like a Cain. Because we understand Abel, he gave his first, man. Then Cain tried to give him the fruit off the ground, man. Kind of mess is that? The creator, you try to offer the creator something that's on the ground, just been defiled already. But that's how we gotta think of this thing. When we ain't doing this thing wholeheartedly and in a joyous type of mindset, we'll be no better than what Cain was being. It says, "In that which he had given, will he repay him again?" Because whatever you even like I said in Sirach, like whatever you're giving, you're gonna get that thing back, man. Maybe in a different form or fashion, but nevertheless, you still gonna get back what you're gonna get, man. It may not be right when you want it to be, but in due season, you will get it, man. But, our people, they tend to not have that patience that they're supposed to have. And that's why people go wrong. Be like, no, nigga, I want it now. We couldn't be like that, man. Cannot be like that. But going on to the next precept, we're gonna get Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 9. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 22, verse 9. He that had a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth of his bread to the poor. So let's even look up the definition of bountiful for those that ain't know. We understand Negroes don't like looking up words, so I know that's why lately in classes we say a word that we don't use on a day-to-day basis. We look them things up and give the sense on it. Yeah, that's our job anyway, to give the sense. The definition of bountiful: large in quantity, abundant. What's it? Synonyms for abundant, plentiful, aptly. I think that's how you say it. Super abundant. Let's see. Immense, great, liberal, generous, pricely, luxury, rich, tidy. These are said vast. These are different words that goes with the word bountiful. So it's like it'd be damn near like over imaginable, like on how some brothers you just ask for this, but brother go the extra mile and give you that, or sister just needed this, and that sister go out and give even more than what she need, and she'll be well out for the next few months or whatever case may be, man. But hey, the Lord love that thing, man. But next precept we're gonna get is Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 17. Yeah, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 27 and verse 17. Iron sharpening iron, so a man sharpening the countenance of his friend. So we already understand what this precept is going to. Hey, whenever it come down to iron sharpening iron, hey, getting sharp on that sword, where the brother may have precepts for 10 plus years or whatever the case may be. And when you get a hold to that mud, you be like, hey, I know the Lord say thou shalt not steal, but I know he also say iron sharpening iron, man. So, you gonna come off the precepts or what? Hey, call down too. Tell me Capt Benaniyah, man. He got them Dead Sea Scrolls, man. But every time we see them, we be like, damn, that man got a precept for damn near every verse. But that's how it be, man. When you diligently study, and like I said, studying to show thyself approved, and you always precepting and reading, hey, you gonna find them precepts, man. Then, hey, eventually your Bible gonna look like that. And then, hey, you just gotta make sure that you keep up with it. So I know there been some brothers, including myself, that we had some Bibles and we had it, uh, pretty like written up and highlighted and everything. And we may have left our bag somewhere, or somebody stole our bag. I'm like, hey, that's a terrible feeling. I know Capt Yahri know, cause I know happened to me about 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. Then some time later it happened to Capt Yahri, man. So hey, that's a tough feeling. But nevertheless, iron sharpened iron, so a man sharpened the countenance of his friend. Cause that's what we always gotta do. Whenever we see a brother or sister that's down and out, always sharpen them up. Same way we pulling down them strongholds and tearing down and rebuking or whatever the case may be, we gotta also make sure that we building them back up. That's why Christ was a master builder, because yeah, he can whenever he said they shall build but I will throw down, yeah, he can throw down. But he can also build up, man. And that's the example we should always have. Building our brothers up, because it's not just beat up on them all the time. Because we understand that it just be spirits upon them. Because at one point in time, we had them same spirits upon us. All praise Most High God, he was able to, overcome those things. So we still got to have that patience and long suffering for our people. But going on to the next precept, Sirach chapter 5, verse 10. This book, Sirach chapter 5 and verse 10. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. So read that again. Be steadfast in thy understanding. So always be whenever it come down to your understanding or kicking knowledge, make sure you're always on your P's and Q's on that. And let thy word be the same. So don't be one of them brothers that, will say that they gonna do this, that, and the third, and they gonna be keeping the commandments or whatever the case may be. And then they whenever come down later on down the line or a few days later, their word is different then. I'm like, hey, we can't be like that, because a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. It says, be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere, and with patience give answer. So again, be swift to hear. So make sure you understand the matter first. It says, and then let thy life be sincere. Because when you come down to your life, you got to make sure this thing is genuine. And, well put together, and having a foundation on Christ. It says, and with patience give answer. And we understand so much, like we understand some of our people, they'll try to test our patience, man. But you know that you've grown whenever person they can do anything to you or whatever it may be, and then you still was patient enough to give answer. Hey, that's something we always have to work on. It says, if thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. So if you have understanding of this Bible, always give an answer, man. Be instant in season and out of season. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Because if you don't know, it's okay. Just be like, brother, I don't know. And I'm going to let the next brother, teach you on that aspect. Because I'm still learning myself. And that's with all of us. We always going to be forever learning. That's why Capt and I always say we should always know a little bit of everything, man. Because if we know a little bit of everything, they can never just, and it's not even just catching you slipping per se. It's just, hey, the Lord, he gonna try you to see where your understanding is at. I guess you could say it like that, but reading on. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. So read that again. Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. So, hey, come down to your talking, hey, we know there's power and death in his tongue, man. So make sure you know what you're talking about. Because, hey, if you judge a matter unrighteously, hey, that blood will be on your hand. And you have to deal with the Lord on that, man. But going on to the next precept, we're going to get Sabbath chapter 27 verse 12. So even like how we said, we ride together, we die together. Know what precepts to pull for a brother and sister, because if a brother or sister dealing in homosexuality, he ain't finna pull Numbers 15 and 38. If a brother needs some pick-me-up scriptures, you ain't finna be pulling Isaiah 58 and 1. You know, cry loud, spirit not, man. We don't give a damn about your feelings and all. I'm like, nah, man. Just, you gotta know the seasons to be, you know, dealing in, man. Cause they ride together, dying together. Hey, bro, you coming at the brother the wrong way. I mean, hey, they might very well be mad at you. Like, man, I ain't finna die with that nigga. I mean, it's out the spirit, nevertheless, but hey, you offended. Hey, that's where you gotta come in at and, you know, admit your faults. But this book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse 12. If thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding. If thou be among the indiscreet, you know, some people that don't believe and don't partake in the commandments and, you know, keeping the feast days and everything else. It says, observe the time, but be continually among men of understanding, Shalaki. Because the men of understanding is those that you're going to ride and die together with, man. Right? It just ain't no other way. The Lord, you know, he put people in your life for a reason. So 9 times out of 10, if you in a congregation, hey, the Lord, he's the one who put you there, man. That's why he told us, hey, stick to the doctrine which ye have learned. Now, if you see something in the Bible, hey, you know, of course not having pride upon you, you know, in that aspect, okay. But if it's something that's just going contrary to what you was taught, like saying, what, for an example, if Esau was the Arab or the Arabs or whatever the case may be, we ain't finna roll with that, man. Because you would have to actually prove that to me. If you show me in the Bible, then hey, we'll concede to it. Or like even with this Gentile salvation, you know, bull crap is going on right now. Talking about Gentiles gonna be ruling with us. But what kind of damn sense does that make? If this is, you know, the words given to the hands of the wicked, if this is their kingdom and they ruling everything, but they ain't letting us rule with them, what in the hell makes you think when we get into the kingdom, we gonna allow them to rule with us, man? Because the Lord said he a just God. So we at the bottom of the totem pole in this lifetime. What makes you think we're going to be at the bottom of the totem pole, you know, in that lifetime? Or if they going to be on equal playing fields as us? Because, hey, we not equal with them, equal with them right now. So how the hell we going to be equal? How they going to be equal with us in the kingdom, man? Like, we just got to make these things make sense. And I'm like, it's just too many precepts. Talking about preparing slaughter. He that leads captivity shall go into captivity. And house of Esau for stubble. Like in the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18, and plenty of other precepts, man. We just can't keep falling for these different doctrines, man. Because, hey, even like I said, if thou be among the indiscreet, observe the time, even with them people that's trying to, you know, push a doctrine upon you. Like whether it's the book of Enoch or the book of Jasher and all these things. If you don't subscribe to them things, hey, that's just what that is, man. And if you see a brother or sister that's trying to push that upon you, observe the time, man. Not saying that you just weak-minded or anything like that, but it's like, I mean, okay, I see what you're saying, but that doesn't line up with the Bible. Because we understand how these things go. Shalom, Soldier Azariah, how you doing, Doc? But next precept we're going to get is Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. This is the book of Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death. Read that again. Strive for the truth unto death. Because, hold on. One second, y'all. What's that? Yeah. Strive for the truth unto death. Close the book. Because, I mean, hey, I know Soldier, Ezra, man, because I know we had read this in Camp 101 yesterday, man. And it's like we always, read it, we being new about it, but it's like he was saying that that's a precept that stuck with him from, our talk that we had last night. And I was like, your ass is in the spirit. Because that's just one of them precepts like that, be faithful unto death, strive for the truth unto death, and all these, precepts concerning that matter, it just ignites a fire in you, man. You be like, we gonna ride together, man. And we gonna die together in this truth, man. We gonna keep pushing. We don't give a damn about anything else. And the whole world can go into shambles right now. We gonna still try to push this truth, man. And the world is gonna come a time where the world is gonna go into shambles, man. We're gonna keep on trying to push this truth, man. And sincerity and wholeheartedly. But so Rock chapter 5 and verse 10. Well, Shalaki. 4 and 28. This book is Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. Because you were like the last part of it. Like I said, and the Lord shall fight for thee. We know what that precepts with that Exodus chapter 14 and 14, man. Shalom, Mama Mariah, how you doing, sis? But Exodus 14 and 14, the Lord shall fight for you. So anytime it come down to, us following on hard times and, struggling with a certain spirit, I mean, hey, Lord said, hey, you hold your peace, man. I'm going to fight for you. I'm going to make sure you be able to overcome that spirit. If you, willing to serve me, hey, I got you. I'm going to put brothers and sisters in your life that'll help you through this thing, man. That's why the Lord loves the unity of brother. He loves when we agree together. Yeah, he loves when the southern and northern kingdom is, rocking together, man. He loves that thing. He loves a husband and a wife, how like it says in Surah chapter 25, verse 1. Like these are things that the Lord just, he always held in high regards. So why not do that thing? Can't be no individual like, man. As much as I love Ro, or whatever case may be, we can't be one deep in this thing. Now, of course, we all gotta, work out our own salvation with trembling and fear, of course. But when it comes down to, not congregating on the high holy Sabbath, or on these feast days, or going out to the highways and byways with brothers, the Lord has an issue with that, man. And He gonna see about it. He's like, oh, so you want to be an individualite, huh? The lake. And that's all it is to it, man. Because, like, can't no brother or sister in their right mind, just say that, man, I don't believe in the Capt stuff because they be with one West and they be teaching hate and all. No, bro. The Lord say we should have, camps, and He always talked about camps and congregations, a multitude where 2 or 3 is gathered in my name. One can't be one without the other, roughly paraphrasing in Ecclesiastes, or in 4 and 9 on down. But we can't be like that, man. Because, I mean, we was brought up, trying to do it, on our own. And we failed miserably. But now that we have each other to, every time you may go off or dealing with something, brother, hey, brother, get it right, man. Here's a couple precepts to, help you combat that thing. Hey, brother, you should know in that precept. Hey, brother, you need to, pick up the slack. Some brothers, hey, some, you have compassion. The others, you just say with fear, man. Like, when we be out there at camp, we ain't finna just be like, hey, brother, get off the train. I'm gonna like, hey, brother, get out, for you get your ass hit by the train or whatever case may be, man. Like we said, with brothers that's in this truth, hey, we may have to say them with fear. We may have to rough them up a little bit, but then remember, we always got to build them back up. But Going on to the next precept. Second to last precept. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. I know I've been putting this precept a lot in my classes, man, but as one of them precepts. You know, you precept with that Revelation chapter 2. Precept there with that Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. It's the book of Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So even when it comes down to our trials and tribulations or Jacob's trouble that come about, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you. Hey, letting you know that we're going to be in this thing together, riding together, hey, dying together, being persecuted together. It said, cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. And ye shall have tribulations 10 days, because we understand the 10 is a number of completion. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we be faithful unto death, and we just keep on fighting with each other in this truth, we're going to have that crown, man. And we got to make sure that we don't let no man take that crown. But last precept. I know this class a little short, but you know, hope y'all had a ear to hear and what I was able to give y'all today. You know, through the power of the Most High God and the Savior Yahweh, of course. But 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians. It's just a number of completion. Because, you know, just like how in Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 16, it says, an just man shall fall 7 times. We understand brothers fail more than 7 times. If he was just 7 times, you know, hey, we'd all been damn dead or whatever case may be, man. Or even like how Christ said, forgive your brother 70 times 7. So once that 490th time come and they offend you at 491 time, are you gonna stop forgiving them? Nah, you're gonna keep on forgiving as much as you possibly can, man. So it's just a number of completion. But it's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. So hey, even if we die in the truth, dead in Christ is gonna rise first, man. Like we said with our beloved brother Daniel, our beloved brother Sadat, man. Hey, like I said, Lord we'll see them brothers on the other side, man. Hey, every time we talk about, hey, those some mighty brothers. But like you said, the dead in Christ shall rise, man. So if we still here, or we you know, in our grave too, man, we're gonna rise right alongside with them. But it says, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. So even with us that's you know, that's still alive, or whatever case may be, man, we're gonna be caught up in the air with them. We're like, hey, is that I? Hey, brother Dave, man, what's going on? Hey, it's gonna be a lovely day. It's gonna be a great and terrible day, nevertheless. Because while we seeing, you know, brothers and sisters that, you know, that may have passed away, or whatever case may be, we also will see a whole lot of our people put to death, man. So it's gonna be a bittersweet sweet thing, but nevertheless, hey, it's still gonna be you know, wonderful, because we gotta accept both sides. We gotta accept the salvation for of the righteous, man, destruction of the heathen, yeah, and even destruction of our own people. Shalom, Soldier Abraham, how you doing? 2/3 of Israel is right. And like you said, you look on the pie chart, hey, that's 66.6 of our people, hey, demolished, man. Just because they didn't want to hearken. Just because they were stubborn in their own ways. What's going on, Soldier Kyle? You know, all the brothers, y'all coming in when I'm finna get ready in class, man. we'll go longer, man, but I'm trying to get it a little well. So we can go out to, so I'll get you brothers sick and brothers and sisters sick, and nevertheless, hey, so we go out and do the work, man. It may sound like Squidward or something, man, but hey, I mean, it's trying to come on, but hey, I'm going to fight bike, as Captain J-Ball say, man. But what do you say? Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So hey, these words right here, they always comfort myself for sure. And even brothers and sisters, you know, in the comment section, these are some confident words. Hey, we understand that Christ is our comforter. Hey, he always, you know, look out for us. So yeah, there ain't nothing more better than that, because after that, we understand we're gonna be in the wilderness, and after that, we got the kingdom. Cause hey, like we say at every camp, or even, you know, around brothers and sisters in the congregation, who got next? We got next, man. But with that, I say shalom. Hope the class was edifying. Like I said, I know it's a little quick one, man, but hey, you know, nevertheless, whether it's short or whether it's long, man, the Lord, hey, he was in it nevertheless, man. So I'll praise for that. You know, we always talk about the GoFundMes and the cash apps. You know, those things are being greatly used for the building of a kingdom, building of a nation, man. You know, man, out here, you know, using that money for vain things that's not going to profit us any, things that we can't even take to the kingdom with us. But, I say, hope all is well, you know, out there today. Yeah, throughout the whole week, we understand that, you know, all these, like I said, New Year's and New Year's going on. You know, I know people have lost their lives, and you know, people probably got bullet holes in their damn wall or cars for no damn reason, because people want to be ignorant. Cause they like, so what goes up must come down. But so, I'm glad y'all all right. And ain't nothing like that, you know, came along. You know, anybody, I hope not. But the end of every class, we always bring out a law. Tonight's law will be 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 12. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 12. Fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses. So, hey, that's a commandment. We got to fight this good fight. Hey, man, that fight might hurt sometimes, but hey, nevertheless, it's a good fight. But you just got to imagine, man, all the stuff that we been through as a nation of people, and then we hear, hey, you know, Christ just, you know, put the crowns on our head and, you know, just comforting us, and he's saying, well done, my good and faithful servant. Like, hey, that's good. That's the best words that you can hear, man. Because after that, ain't no more pain and suffering, man. Ain't got to worry about nobody else passing away on you. Ain't got to worry about your bones aching, because yeah, these bodies, they ain't nothing, man. But that spirit that's within you, hey, that's what the Lord, hey, he's looking at, man. So I'm telling you, man, we're going to be in our glorious, you know, bodies, glorious apparel. Ain't got to worry about punching in that clock no more. Ain't got to worry about being racially profiled. Ain't got to worry about Esau turning your lights out, turning, repossessing your car, none of that, man. Ain't got to worry about our people being put to death no more, man. Because we going to be the one that's kicking asses and taking names, man, in that day. But, you know, hey, nevertheless, hey, let's just keep on fighting Israel, man. I'll see you brothers and sisters tomorrow. Or as me and Officer Don be saying, we'll see you in a couple of minutes. Because that's what it be feeling like, how the Lord be speeding up these times, man. But all praise, man. It's for us, man. With that, I say shalom.